Right, just getting set up here. Won't be very long, and then we shall continue where we left off. Hello, as always, Wallerfried. Great having you joining the stream. Okay, this is looking fine. Transitions over. Right, so we're picking up where we left off last time, which is Act 2 Master. So what we're doing is we're just going through and trying out the new Necromancer, checking out the skills as we level up, and we're using just the campaign mode to do that so that we can check out all the lovely new cutscenes and things for it.
The guards were asking you about this black soul stone.
No, but it is.
Yes, we must.
So to very quickly run through the build that I'm currently using, we're using Cursed Scythe rune for Grim Scythe. That seems to be doing alright, sort of synergizing with Spreading Malediction here. Ooh, I do believe it's just decided to go into a cutscene. She'll pick this up in a second.
The witch, Adria. She believes that the black soul stone will allow
myself
us
a drink
to
then.
defeat the lords of hell. But this remains to be seen.
Alright, so as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, Cursed Scythe is semi-synergizing with Spreading Malediction here, giving us a little damage bonus as it randomly curses guys. Command Skeleton seems to be doing quite well as a meat shield. Corpse Explosion is incredibly fun, definitely keeping that. This Aura of Frailty is just randomly killing dudes that happen to be mostly hurt. I imagine that's going to be quite good against Rift Guardians, possibly. We'll have to see whether or not there's something better for its place, possibly Decrepify, which we'll see later. This is our movement skill, Blood Rush. Potency is giving us more armor as we use it, and Bone Armor Dislocation is stunning dudes as we're going. So we've got Swift Harvesting, so that Grim Scythe goes faster, and Final Service is our Cheat Death. Thank you very much for the info, Wallerfried. I shall definitely keep hold of that ring if I see it. And good morning, RJ.
It's disgusting. I've seen that. Forgive us.
You are totally Belial. Everyone knows it. I realised, thinking about it last night, that there is no Amplify Damage curse, and I kind of missed that. I mean, it was perhaps the most defining curse of the Necromancer in Diablo 2, and we just don't have it anymore. Sadness. Afternoon, Dark Shadow. Yes, Corpse Explosion is just too much fun not to use.
The Lord of Lies is as cunning as he is vile. We'll need to use our wits to defeat him.
Or a Frailty, yeah, I know. But Amplify Damage was quite different. I suppose it's kind of the same in reverse, really, isn't it? If you think about it. You're seeing chat twice, are you? Oh, yes. I noticed. Let me see if I can sort that out. Might be a bug in Restream. Hold on 1 minute. Let's pause this. Right, let's close Restream and reopen it. See if that gives it a kick. No, that's still coming through twice. That's frustrating. Just pulling up the actual chat in a separate window. Yeah, no, it appears to be a current bug in Restream itself, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll probably turn off the actual chat visibility then. There we go. That's just disabled for the moment. Transition that over. That's a real shame. Usually when they've got these sorts of things, it doesn't take them very long to fix. So maybe by this evening it might be better. But for the moment, I'll just try and dictate what I'm responding to. Yeah. You should at least still be able to see the chats coming across from the other chat areas though. So like Twitch should still come over to YouTube and Mixer and vice versa. Right, where were we? Killing things, that's right. The range around you for that corpse explosion rune is quite generous, I feel. What does it actually say? No, it just says close to you, but it feels like it's about 25 yards. Oh.
I must wait.
Yeah, that was quite a long way actually. And yeah, like I mentioned the other day, the only thing that appears to be lacking in the Necromancer is any way to get guys close to you so you can dump the corpse explosion all over their faces. So yeah, synergy with a monk will be very good. Like most other classes actually that do a lot of good area damage.
I must wait.
And hello to everyone just joining the stream. I hope you're having a lovely morning. At the moment, RJ, I'm just messing around with everything. RJ just asked, for those watching this later, if I'm going for any particular sets. I do really like the look of the Inarius set. I think that kind of synergizes with the playstyle that I've currently got going quite well. But we'll see. Yeah, at the moment, I don't have any experience with any of the sets. So we'll just see how things go, playing a bit by ear. Well, then let's get into the Forgotten Ruins. As much fun as it is just exploding dudes. You're coming from the future? Yeah, I suppose you are. A couple of hours in the future, it's afternoon for you. It's very much still morning for me. I wonder how I'm getting on with the corpses exploding undead challenge and stuff like that. Let's have a look. Classes. Necromancer. Bone Skewer. Yeah, I need to try and figure out how I'm going to do that at some point. Halfway on the kill 100 undead enemies with corpses. And about, I don't know, 40% of the way there. almost, well, 30% of the way there for Curse Your Enthusiasm. It would be nice if the skeletons that died dropped a corpse when they died. At the moment, it doesn't really feel like there's very many ways to boost the effectiveness of your skeletons. I mean, there's a passive skill which makes them last a bit longer, like Extended Servitude for your skeletal mages and revives. But they only last like 6 seconds anyway, so an extra 2 seconds doesn't really make a huge amount of difference there. Yeah, RJ is just commenting that it looks great with all the explosions, and I tell you what, it really does feel great playing it. Yeah, it's quite similar to Leapquake Barbarian in terms of like just fun, really. So yeah, just run around, get 1 kill, and then let all the corpses do the work for you. Well, with my current playstyle anyway.
How much power has he accumulated in his mad quest?
Alright, let's go have a word with Adria in the hidden camp. Oh, do you?
We need you to activate the plan. I am, but now it is
Whimsical, is it? Alright, on to the ancient waterway. Back where we came from, really. And then north. Get ourselves some armor. Got some dudes on the way. I like how the armor skill causes damage as well. That's I mean, it totally makes sense. Ripping bones out of a guy is very, very painful. But it's nice to have some extra utility, like damage utility for your utility spells. So yeah, amplified damage is quite different to Aura of Frailty. Aura of Frailty being kind of like instant death if they get down to 15% health, whereas amplified damage used to be they just take more damage from everything. And you can't really take advantage of it in the same way. It used to be kind of like you could totally design an alpha strike. Okay, so there's no way to get out of Frozen in the same way that like monks can with Epiphany. Level 45, what do we have now? Frost Scythe. Okay, check that out in a moment. Passive skill of Grizzly Tribute. Right, is everyone sufficiently dead? Can we go have a look at our skills yet? Okay, so Frost Scythe. Each enemy hit increases your attack speed. Interesting. That's not what I expected. I was expecting it to be like chilling. more like Frenzy Scythe, isn't it? That's fine though. What else do we have? Corpse Lance has a new thing. I probably missed that last level. Visceral Impact. That could be good, but I think Brittle Touch is likely to be far more powerful. Leech has a new rune, Sanguine End. That's pretty good actually. Everyone is officially dead. Nice. Bone Spirit has a new rune, Poltergeist. Maximum number of charges increases to 4, but it doesn't change how quickly they charge up. Yeah, that could still be quite good though. It is very, very old Necromancer. And of course the new passive skill, Grisly Tribute. You are healed for 10% of your life on hit when one of your minions hits an enemy. That could be very good if you're going for like an Army of the Dead type skeletons and revives, or like skeletal mages and things. I could see that working really well. Please deal with them. Well, that's where we need to go. So yeah, this is like the weakest bit. Just having no corpses around. And of course you can totally mitigate that by just being a different build, like if you were going for Death Nova or something, to be able to alternate your Grim Sides with actual attacks. Whereas I've kind of gone a bit half and half here. Hey, Mr. Cool. Please be smashing this door open, thanks. Lovely.
Something foul
Darkseid, I don't know. The word Necromancer doesn't really sound like a disease, so I think that might be a language thing. But then, like, the answer suffix roughly means, like, controller. Is this dead end? No, good. Still trying to get that command skeletons to go after the champions for me. Here's control lever number 1. Skip that. Can't just blood teleport over there. Didn't think I'd be able to, but it's worth checking these things out. Yeah, I suppose necrosis is a symptom rather than a disease. You are quite right. Sometimes I forget that Leah's here trying to do stuff. She's not really the adventuring type, is she? Yeah, I think you guys are focusing on the start of the word, the necra, which just means death. But yeah, it's not really a disease type word. And yes, Plaguing is a fantastically fun game. Can definitely recommend it. Alright, where to now? Up here, baby? Let's see. Come over here, blue guys. Come on. I want to get some more corpse explosions on you. So yeah, one thing about Bone Spirit, the sort of seeking projectile orb, is that when I was trying it earlier, I didn't really try it with the synergy of actually detonating corpses all the time. So while I was unimpressed with it, wasn't really using it to its fullest potential. Of course, using a corpse reduces its cooldown for generating another charge by a second. So if you're getting through corpses faster, then that can spiral quite quickly.
That passage should lead to the desolate sands.
Hello. Just cackling? Fine. Hello, Shen. Get Shen out. Yeah, it's a shame the chat's doubling up. It's yeah, I can still see it doubling up, like over in my preview window, even though I've got it switched off. Very peculiar. I will drop a ticket in to restream a bit later. I expect they've just like done a new update, haven't actually tested it for bugs properly. But you know, lovely free service, and it is a fantastic service actually, but you do get what you pay for. Are you having trouble with autocomplete there, Dark Shadow? Oh, RJ, I've really got out of Hearthstone. Like, I played it for a while, mostly because my wife was playing it. And yeah, it's fun, but it felt like they were just taking it in a direction that was, let's say, very temporary. Like, the progress that you made didn't actually really count as progress because they'd like release a new set and then discontinue the old cards, and being quite a grindy game, yeah, sort of just didn't really get on with it. So I'm playing Eternal now, card game. If you haven't tried it, do recommend it. At the moment it's the most generous free to play card game I've played, currently only out on Steam and Android, although I think they do have a beta for iDevices. but only in America, possibly. Something like that. Right, let's nip back to town and sell our junk. That's worse. Don't care, don't care. That's also worse. So yeah, it is all junk. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, Dark Shadow. Yeah, back ancient path. Let's go find these 2 vials of blood. And must remember to get our bone armor back up. Yeah, the health cost of this blood rush isn't actually too huge. Like, it's 5%. I don't know if that's 5% of your current or 5% of your maximum. I'm sure someone who's done more experimentation than me will be able to answer that. But at the moment, all of my regeneration and life on hit and such has pulled it back almost immediately. Right, you can usually just see like the immediate regeneration that comes from landing. Almost makes it not worth having as a cost at all. I'm sure there'll be some sort of synergy or tie-in with something else at some point about that tiny little health loss though. Alright, dervish time. Oh, definitely do, RJ. It's really good fun. They're about to release Set 2, which introduces, well, basically doubles the size of the card pool. Of course, that does kind of imply that it will also be going the same way as Hearthstone, eventually retiring old cards. But it's so free to play that it actually, like, Hearthstone, you sort of feel like you have to pay money for the new sets because they come out so frequently, whereas a lot of the promotional stuff for Eternal is actually completely free if you just play the game. There's no limit to how much you can play and get free stuff, unlike other games out there. Where's this blood? Give me some blood. Yes, I was a little worried when I switched over to this Aura of Frailty that it wouldn't count for the Curse Deaths achievement, but it certainly seems to be. Don't worry about that, skeletons. Ignore the wall moss. We've got bigger fish to fry. Like little spiders. Ah, corpse explosion. So good. Oh, don't even get me started on Magic the Gathering. Oh my word. I stopped playing that back when I was about 16, when Baron Sengir was the new hotness. I realised just how bad that was going to be for my finances over the course of my life. Figured I'd get out of that before it became an actual problem. Yeah, exactly. The amount of money that you have to sink into the game in order to remain competitive. It's frustrating. But it wasn't just that, I suppose. Also, like, at my school, there were just loads of arseholes playing it. I'm sure every competitive scene has that sort of person in. Just like the snide, oh, I'm so much better than you. Partly because they had more money, but also partly because they had more free time. Mostly because they had more money. I could spend like hours and hours just like toiling over and experimenting with different ideas and decks and things. A very toxic element I felt in the community as a whole. Not really experienced that in Eternal yet. I say yet because as the game gains popularity, those sorts of people will definitely come over. But at the moment it's very friendly. Lots of good-natured competition. Yeah, I'm starting to not feel the skeletons really very much. I'll be honest. Like, seems like they die relatively quickly. They don't have a huge amount of staying power. Actually, let's go down here. My goodness, Dark Shadow. He's just told me that it's going to be 34 degrees where he is. That is too hot for me. Too hot by far. Oh, cute. Skeletons. I've got skeletons of my own. Alright, let's head on to the Vault of the Assassin. Is any of this stuff better? That's better for you. That's better for you. Technically these are better for me. Yeah, let's wear that. I don't need gold wrap. I can't believe I've not cubed gold wrap yet. Oh, I did not need to know that, Dark Shadow. But yes, I suppose it makes sense being 34 degrees. Let's pick up the envoy. Why not? And level 48. So, what do we have new this level? Bone Nova. That sounds fun. And Bone Armor, Harvest of Anguish. Alright, you guys keep these things distracted. Land of the Dead Plaguelands. Alright, Harvest of Anguish. Also increases your movement speed for each enemy hit. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then Frailty now has Harvest Essence. Yeah, that's okay. We don't really have much use for Essence just at the moment. Army of the Dead gets Frozen Army. Tramples enemies in a line. Damage turns to cold. And Land of the Dead has Plaguelands. That's pretty cool. I quite like that. Just having a look at the other options. I guess Land of Plenty is probably the most useful in total. Invigoration maybe? Yeah. Devour gets Voracious. Reduces the essence cost. Again, I really don't feel how Devour is supposed to work. I understand its purpose, but just that playstyle is alien to me. Life support on skeleton mages. Lasts an additional 2 seconds. Still doesn't make it worthwhile. Like that is not a great cost benefit ratio. Bone Nova is very, very small. My goodness. 12 yards. And it's not huge. Let's it looks awesome. And you can certainly hammer it, but bone armor is definitely more useful for me there. Where did I leave my bone armor? There it is. So I'm going to switch command skeletons over to... Oh, which one? Nah, I will leave it. It's mostly the... where is it? This one. Skeleton Crew. Which I'm slowly working my way towards. 33 out of 500. It's going to be rifts mostly to actually get that done. Mostly because it needs champions. And I suppose I'll have to stop blowing things up quite as much. I do have a tendency to go all corpse explosion all over the place. Let's get a corpse to help. We're not going down there though. We have no need to. We're still looking for the Vault of the Assassin. Must be kind of around here somewhere. There's one. Of course this would go faster if I didn't stop to fight everything. But man, I do love blowing stuff up. Right, curse styles, that's frailty. What are the other ones? Oh, is leech. I'm just going to switch over to leech very briefly. I'm noticing the different runes. Yeah, okay. So that upside down thing is leech. And decrepify. Let's go for enfeeblement.
Not much. There were no survivors from the battle that day, or at least none that ever.
Okay, that's kind of like a closed eye. And the reason I was just looking those up, the rune symbols, is so that I can pay attention, pretty much, in case there's any others that only appear through the cursed side mechanics. I don't think there are. Let's get this one done, skeletons. Go on, sort them out. Nice. Alright, let's change that back over then. That can go back to frailty. Aura of frailty. Oh, there's a big shield for him to have been hiding. That's not where we need to go. Let's check down here somewhere. I suppose we'll head down here. We know it's a trap, but that doesn't matter. Resplendent chest might have goodness knows what in it.
Am I supposed to believe?
And more skeletons, and we love skeletons. Skeletons are our friends. Yeah, that was fine. Maybe up here to the left. Oh, hello, treasure goblin. I hear you, but I don't really have the skills to take you out efficiently. So this is going to be a little bit cumbersome, I'm afraid. We'll just zigzag down on this side. Hey, finally. So, Vault of the Assassin. Rush to the end of it. Nothing over there. Yeah, I do really like that rune for bone armor. Multitudes of utility. Level 49. So, Blood Rush Molting. Ew, that sounds gross. Kill command on command skeletons. Have to see how effective that is. Thank you guys. Got more down here. How about you guys come over here near the corpses, yeah? Well, this is a dead end. We'll get the satchel bay. Down to the right is probably more likely. Less likely. Oh yes, we've got those new runes to check out. Well, this is a dead end as well, so let's have a look at it now. So, kill command. Commands them to explode. Well, I suppose that's a literal kill command. And Blood Rush has molting. Leave a corpse at your original location. Nah, that's not really useful. That's quite interesting. So out of the secondary skills, well, Skeletal Mage is quite nice. Could very easily get a army of the dead very quickly that way. Of course, you need quite a lot of essence regeneration. I almost wish that the Blood Rush could have you telefrag guys when you appear. Right, it feels like that should be a thing. Just like appear inside the enemies. Slightly thematic. Given that you're turning into blood and transporting yourself. This should be fun. Oh yes. Oh, very yes. Cannot get better than Corpse Explosion. It's too good, it really is. No corpses yet, not quite. Just taking my time over those, trying to build up the number of kills of champions and things that I've got with command skeletons. Right here, another treasure goblin. And yeah, as soon as you've got some corpses around, it becomes really quite easy to focus fire down champions and things. Or treasure goblins in that particular case. So focus on the smaller dudes and get those kills up. Or use a golem and have your golem turn into corpses. So another way that you can kickstart things off. Good morning to everyone that's just joining the live stream. We're going through testing out the new Necromancer class. Mostly just testing them out by going through the single player campaign. Partly so that we can see cutscenes, and partly because it's a nice relaxed leveling without too much stress about the fact that we're playing in hardcore. Get a good feel for the class skills before we actually get into anything particularly challenging. So we're not going for any particular build at the moment, we're just playing with new runes as and when they come up, sticking with what we like. Where do we need to go? In the center. Or is there like a path up there, possibly? Let's have a look. No, that's a dead end. So, yeah, okay, to the right and then down into the center. Have a look.
That needs to recharge.
So down here, maybe. No, that's also a dead end. Up from there, maybe? I don't think I totally missed everything while monologuing, but it's possible. Hey, there we go. Come down here, Mage Lord. I'm wondering if my Aura of Frailty is stopping my command skeletons from getting the kills on champions. Possible.
Terror left him incapable of feeling fear, though he had easily possessed and Diablo's essence was firmly trapped in it.
My archives are at the northern tip of the
Yeah, I know where the archives are. Over there.
the Black Soul Stone. The truth is far more in I had to build for my research.
Thanks, Alex. Yes. Do the thing. Don't die. Hello, Mr. Hakan.
Beyond these portals,
Alright. Unknown depths first. Not that it makes any difference.
angels are.
Ah, thanks. I appreciate it. While you're there, Alex, can you have a quick look, see if Restream have a known thing about chat being duplicated? Oh, you're off already. Fair enough. I'll catch you later. If I turn on the browser version of the chat stuff, you'll see it's all duplicated. So, there we are. So all messages come through twice on their web bot chat thing. I'll turn that off again. There we go. Yeah. So it's not like... Yeah, basically it's just showing them twice when it doesn't need to. Nice, level 50. Cool, let's see what new runes we have. Bone Spirit, Unfinished Business. And passive skill, Draw Life. So Draw Life increases your life generation by 10% for each enemy within 20 yards. That's pretty cool. And Bone Spirit's Unfinished Business explodes within 10 yards. That's kind of cool. I like that a bit. Oh, 1 second. Ah, right. What else do we have? Nothing else new. I'm going to switch over to using bone spikes for the moment. And we'll try Path of Bones. Yeah, I tried that. I tried killing the local app and restarting it, and that made no difference. It's definitely coming from their web browser side of things, as far as I can tell. So we'll try Bone Spikes. So we'll switch this over to... Where is it? Bone Prison. And then, given that we're doing that, I might change Command Skeletons over to, like, Bone Spear. And Crystallization. Go for a little bit of difference. So this is the Bone Spikes. And that's Bone Spear. And it's just a different style of Necromancer. Probably want to switch Corpse Explosion over to something else. And probably want to switch Aura of Frailty over to something else because everything was very melee based. So yeah, if I switch Aura of Frailty over to Bone Spirit, once I'm not in combat anymore. So Frailty, you can be Bone Spirit, wherever you are, over here. We'll go for Unfinished Business. And Corpse Explosion, I'll change to Dead Cold. And that will be still Corpse Explosion, but now at range. So this is different. Not sure it's better. It's just different. Well, I definitely wouldn't say it's better. Yeah, it's quite unusual having been playing with the skeletons for so long to not have them as just a meat shield in a way. So we'll leave those guys. There's no need for us to kill them. Yeah, I quite like Bone Spear. Bone Spikes was good as an initial leveling point. And yeah, it's quite nice to have a relatively powerful skill that doesn't require a corpse to start off with the Bone Spear. But I do prefer what we had before, so we'll switch back over to that. Command Skeletons can come back. We'll keep with Frenzy. Corpse Explosion came back to Close Quarters. Bone Spirit. Or a Frailty, wherever you are. Actually, no, let's have it on Decrepify for now. Enfeeblement. Just to try different methodologies for a bit. That's right, can get bones out of an obelisk. And yeah, I missed the local Corpse Explosion. Targeting it is great. Works really well actually. But it does less damage. And I like my Corpse Explosions big.
Would not accept man's true destiny.
Nothing worth picking up here, I bet. So back to the terminus. Yeah. And then on to the storm halls. Must remember I need to manually cast my curses now. And also things don't also die at 15% anymore. They do sometimes, like if I've hit them and they've got an extra curse. And that movement speed debuff from this extra crippling one, Enfeeblement, is really quite something. And it takes 5 seconds for it to decay back into a normal just minus 75% movement speed rather than the complete rooting that it starts off at. Hey, I cursed you guys. Still, no worry. Ah, delicious. Is this it? Well, maybe not. Oh, and I'm full of junk. Right, back to town. We'll come back for these spirits in a bit. Bye, guys. Right, do we have anything worth equipping? Yes, possibly. Let's put this on. Nope, not that. Not that. This is better. And I suppose this is now better than Broken Promises. This is better for you.
This will help.
And this is better than your other ring. No, no. Also no. That's not better for you. Neither's that. So we'll salvage up everything else. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Get rid of these gems.
I heard you came here from Tristram. My family came from there. That place has
And
been
back into the fight. Hi. I suppose that's a bit rude, like trigger the trap and then just immediately disappear. Well, I suppose not rude outside of multiplayer.
Give it more time.
Just kind of rude. I wonder if Sever, which causes slain enemy to rest in pieces, prevents corpses from appearing. That would be an interesting mechanic. I don't see why they would make that a thing. It would just annoy rather than actually being a benefit. No one uses Sever for its design purpose anyway. Unless it's like the first thing they found that season and may as well sit in the cube.
That needs to recharge.
Alright, Realm of Shadow time. Hello to everyone joining the stream. It's good having you join. This morning we are just getting to grips with the new Necromancer class. So we're just playing through the single player campaign so we can watch through cutscenes and things. Try out the new runes on the different skills as and when they unlock. Like now. So, Siphon Blood gets Purity of Essence. Is that the only thing? Command Golem gets Blood Golem. Alright, let's swap over our skeletons for Golem in a second. Siphon Blood first though. Purity of Essence. That's alright. We'll still stick with our Grim Scythe though. Command Golem. Blood Golem. So, Blood Golem can heal you. And as it reconstructs, it damages. Well, I'm going to switch over to Bone Golem because we never actually tried that before. Hello, Bone Golem. That's fun. Cooldown 45 seconds on the active skill. That's okay though. Just a whirling tornado of angry bone. Plus, of course, you'll be able to reduce the cooldown through things like diamond in your helmet. Cooldown reduction on gear. I wonder if that slow lingering curse effect is actually part of the curse. Like, if things walk into the area while it's still going. Something I'll need to test at some point. Looks like no. But it'd be good to know for certain. Yeah, that looks like a no. Oh, it's just fun. Like, it's not particularly effective. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, it's not great. It's acceptable, I would say. Oh, nothing down there. Let's check over this way. If anyone watching does have any questions about the Necromancer, do feel free to put them in the chat. I will do my best to answer them. Or, you know, if you want to see how any of the skills work, do feel free to ask and I'll do my best to accommodate you. I'm not going to completely change my playstyle, but I will demonstrate different skills if I've got them unlocked already. Oh, bit of server lag. Teleported me back there. This is looking more like the right area. check up here. Nope. Does not feel correct. Nope, dead end. Okay. So down to the left. It's more likely. Let's say a no. And say finally down to this side. There we go. Get our golem looking after these sentinels. And again, mostly the problem we have is when there's no bodies around. Because most of our burst damage is coming from corpse explosion at the moment. Most of it. We do still have, of course, our golem's bone tornado. Hello, Leah. Let's skip the event. After all, we don't care for every event, just most of the cutscenes. It's been ages since I've killed the Guardians before killing Ghoul. So yeah, we were expecting to like Bone Spear at the moment because we're going faster, just alternate between side slashes and then Bone Spear for extra damage. Maybe I should put Bone Spear on there rather than Golem. Alright, back to Adria and the hidden camp. And we can have a look, see if any of this stuff is good. That's alright. They're better. That's better. Because we're not using Leoric's crown at the moment. Salvage up stuff. And I suppose I will salvage Leoric's crown. Really don't need it.
Belial has started his attack on the city. Let's go. Ashira is already at the sewers.
Yeah, RJ, it will come back to you, I'm sure, at some point.
I saw people hiding under the carts.
Try and save as many people as we can. Oh, thanks for following, Crazy White Man 55. Do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Right, I think that's all of them. Except the one that's just decided to stay stuck up there, of course.
We have no time to lose.
Let's go.
What you doing? I was going to save you. Let go. So, yeah, let's switch him over to... Let's go for unconventional warfare. We've not actually tried that yet.
Ria, use your power.
Stand back.
I'm doing very well today, thank you very much for asking. I've got the day off work, so I am playing the new Necromancer content. Just learning how the new skills and such work. So I suppose I could have command skeletons instead of like Decrepify. Yeah, let's do that after we finish this little combat. I do like having the skeletons there just to do something, so switch this over. Actually, probably put that on my right click. Command skeletons, frenzy, and then 2 can be Army of the Dead. Yes, that feels better. Like, the skeletons don't do a huge amount of damage by themselves, but they are quite good distractions and loot shields. So this is the unconventional warfare. Felt a bit like Monk's 7-sided strike, which is like loads of ghostly skeletons coming in from the sides there. Good old corpse explosion. Well, I definitely think it's worth the money, so I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it at the moment. Come on guys, just deal with him. Probably unnecessary.
Hurry! I must stay here and tend to Leah.
Praise the gods, you've arrived just...
I really don't think anyone was fooled. Ah, well, as I understand it, I'm just going to call you Crazy, actually. As I understand it, Crazy, the Xbox version is basically the same thing. So everything should be comparable. The only slight difference, of course, is the interface. But yeah, some of my viewers play it on both PC and Xbox. And they say it's just as good on both. Bosh, 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 bosh. There's that unconventional warfare. So yeah, corpses in boss fights. That's going to be tricky. Lots of running around. He's going down though. It's not immensely fast. And interesting, it looks like the corpses expire after a while. Yeah, I did play Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 actually. I think I've still got my Diablo 1 manual somewhere. Definitely still got my Diablo 2 CD. There we go. So yeah, probably not the best build for taking out bosses this. A unique mace of some sort.
Quickly, Leah. Seal Belial's soul within the shield.
Alright, let's go have a word with Tyrael. Nailbiter, I think. To ID it just quickly. Yes it is. And does quite a lot more damage. So let's use that for the moment. If we can find a shield, that would be good. Yeah, Diablo 2 was very, very good. Really, really did enjoy it. You know what? I'm going to put the chat back on. There we go. Let's transition that over.
Today is a good day.
There is no and where do you are.
I had it switched off a little earlier because it's duplicating somewhat. Depending on where people's chats are coming from. But they might fix it. In fact, they might have fixed it already. No, they have not. Great. I can see that already. Old school night where I play the old games. I suppose that's possible. It's not really on my to play list again, actually. Diablo 2. It was fun, but I don't feel like it's aged well. A lot of people are like, oh, classic Diablo 2, and they've got like a lot of nostalgia for it. And they play like Eastern Sun and stuff like that. It never really appealed to me beyond, like, once we progressed into Diablo 3, I just kind of like left Diablo 2 off. Maybe though, I'll have a think about it. It's, yeah, it's certainly something I could play through very easily. It was very much a teleport sorceress, just all over the place, just speed running really. That was my thing at the time. Where's you now, caravan leader? On to the next act.
I can be ready to leave at the moment.
Cutscene. So yeah, the chat's been duplicated. I'm sorry, that appears to be a problem with Restream at the moment. This is not a Necromancer specific cutscene, so let's skip this one. This one is, though.
Leah has learned where our journey leads.
Yeah, that would be very nice. Diablo 4 would be awesome. I kind of hope it's more of a MMO style, like way more map. Kind of what they did with World of Warcraft, actually. That would be nice.
That leaves the soldiers at Bastion's Keep to bear the brunt of his attack. I must ensure that they are victorious.
Well, you heard the lady. Let's go win this war single-handedly.
The keep's defense will ignite the city and show these soldiers that we have not yet defeated. Salvation.
The black soulstone's getting hotter, straining against me.
The demon's wits are heavy.
A heavy burden.
We reached Bastion's Keep.
Steal your diary again, thanks.
Takes up all of my time. Sometimes I think of the wounded soldiers and their
Oh man, Morrowind, yeah. I sunk hours and hours into Morrowind. I never actually really got very far. I just spent all my time like gathering herbs and experimenting with potions.
Serving gruel ain't glorious, but these men can't fight and die on it.
Ah, the things we do.
I've dug up there are just too many demons out there.
Right, do I want to craft up some stuff? Probably. It's about time, I think. Let's have a look. Weapons, highest usable. What do we have? Level 50. What am I? 52. 50. 52. Can make a cataclysm. Yeah, let's do that. The scythe is going to be 60 for the next one. Oh, I can probably make a better cataclysm than that, I think. I mean, it's good on the damage. It would just be nice to have a little bit more toughness. That's probably better. Like, as far as balance between the two goes. Get rid of nail biter. Armor and stuff, 46, that's fine. But most of this stuff is still fine. Captain Crimson's leg stuff is probably about the only weakest bits that I've got. So what can we do for pants and stuff? Oh, I could do Ashiara's stuff. Yeah, so I can do legs and feet and hands. So boots. And hands. Gloves. See, I never really got into Mario Kart. I don't know why, just never really appealed to me that much. Yeah, just... I think it's actually just all racing games. I like a little bit more story and adventure, some sense of progression, rather than just zipping around a track. Just my personal preference. Like, I know Mario Kart is huge and people absolutely love it, and I can't fault them at all for it. Oh yes, this feels better. Let's go get those signal fires lit. Oh, I should I switched back over to Grim's Scythe. I should go back to Swift Harvesting. There we go, that's better. That 15% does make quite a large difference all in all. Yeah, sometimes feel like I want a little bit more of a direct damage thing that doesn't involve corpses. Still, it's good to know the weakness of your class. Like, great with crowds, not so great with elite things at the moment. That's what we've got here. Alright, must remember not to ignore the signal beacons. Otherwise I'll be backtracking a lot. And no one wants to watch that. Go get this one up. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try that. Oh yeah, I loved Mass Effect. Oh, yeah, couldn't get enough of Mass Effect. Yeah, trouble is, I played it on PC, and then I wanted to play it on console because I wanted to play the sequels, but I didn't want to replay through it all because I'd already done it in like the multitude of different ways that you could, and it felt like a lot of time investment to go through it all again. So I never tried 2 and 3. I kind of feel like I've missed out now. Maybe I should get back to them. Maybe I should just do it all again on PC. I've just picked up Shadow of Mordor though, so I should be doing that first, I think. Thank you, Steam Summer Sale. Okay, let's swap Army of the Dead over for that. Skeletal Mage, Singularity. There we go. So this has come a recommendation of Wallerfried as a good single target. Although only lasts for 4 seconds still. Let's get him out. So far, unimpressed. Mostly just unimpressed because he ended up frozen for most of those 4 seconds, but he does seem to do a hell of a lot of damage. That is quite good. Yeah, I didn't know he could get frozen. It seems like something that shouldn't happen to him. Alright, what's this? Some sort of staff. We've got the broken staff. Better than the cataclysm that I just made. Don't mind if I do. Don't hate on yourself, RJ. I mean, it's like reading a good book. Or actually reading a series of good books. More like reading a series of acceptable books, actually, now that I think about the writing in Mass Effect. It's fine. Not great, but fine. Did I miss? Oh, I missed a signal fire. Ah, pay attention. Go, go, gadget, me. At least you can teleport up and down those bits. Oh, look at that guy. It's so cute. I want one. Alright, there we go. I mean, they could have lit it once I'd left the area. There's no reason they needed me to do it. Not really, anyway. Still, mobility around here is fine. That's that one done. Yeah, I didn't quite go that bad, but then I didn't really start reading them until there were like 4 of them. So I had them all relatively fresh in my mind when the final one came out. Go on then, let's see how this mage works. Boom! Nice!
I must wait.
Okay, so with the massive overpowered skeletal mage, I can see the point in the passive skill that would make him last for another 2 seconds. Feels like that could actually be worthwhile. Maybe I should switch you over to... Nah, that's just extra generation. It's not regeneration. It would be nice to get a passive essence boost coming up. I don't think there's anything which does that though. And I suppose Overwhelming Essence would probably work quite well with that actually. Just go for huge single target damage skeleton mages. Yeah, it does considerable damage. That's quite nice. And I was deliberately not using Corpse Explosion there just to get a feel for how powerful it can be. Maybe that would work quite well with a Legacy of Nightmares set. So like all the passives that and equipment boost your essence. Legacy of Nightmare set. Something to keep these guys together-ish. Probably. Yeah, me too. I agree with that. Another one. Fine, let's get another one of these guys out. Yeah, so that damage spike, like you said, very noticeable. Maybe if there was a ring which doubled the number of... I suppose Simulacrum will do it, won't it? Okay, let's... Oh, where's Simulacrum? Don't have it yet, do I? That's like 61. Yes. So you could do Simulacrum, and then you could summon these like Mega Bone Mages. That's a hard choice. Like the old Necromancer had different options available, like Poison Nova build, and just like huge armies of skeletons. This is more hands-on by far. I think I feel that this is better balanced. Definitely. See ya, RJ. Enjoy your breakfast. Yeah, so I feel like this is best balanced. But I feel like the old Necromancer was differently fun. Like, this isn't quite classic Necromancer, but it does have a lot of familiarity to it. Protect the recruits. Can't I just leave them to it? This is way better for you. There you go. Yeah, sorry, Crazy. I know that was a bit of a non-answer. Yeah, like... But then the game was very different back in Diablo 2. Like, the builds for the Necromancer back there fitted the gameplay. You've got a lot more mobility now, so it's less important having like just hordes and hordes of guys in the way. With the exception of the sorceress, of course. Her mobility is pretty much the same. Alright, bring on the corpse explosions. You guys should be just about done now. Also, what even are you holding on to? Like, there's no levers or anything. You're not pulling the ropes because I can see them still moving. Yes, quite effective, that skeleton mage, actually. And Scythe is good in crowds, actually, for regenerating essence. Actually, I should check how that compares to Bone Spikes. Let's have a look. So Bone Spikes is just a flat 24 essence. Grim Scythe is better if you hit more than 2 people, otherwise it's equal, or slightly worse. And 15 essence each time damage is dealt. So which side is coming up first? This side? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the scything of groups to get more of these guys up faster. Great. But then, like, counter to that, you're going to have the mages targeting just little guys when you want them after the big ones. So maybe Siphon is better? I don't know. Like, Siphon's a fairly good middle ground. Has more survivability. Good afternoon and welcome to the stream, everyone that's just tuning in. We're just getting to grips with the new Necromancer character, and we're doing that by playing through the single-player campaign. Well, it's not really a single-player campaign. We're playing through the campaign. For the moment, I am absolutely loving just about everything that there is about the Necromancer. It's got a lot of the classic D2 Necromancer feel. But at the same time is a very active and engaging experience. If you are watching and you're enjoying this live stream, do give me a like, some sort of thumbs up, or feel free to follow or subscribe to my channel, depending on which service you're watching on. It's going out on YouTube, Twitch and Mixer at the same time. Do also feel free to get involved in the chat. Should, fingers crossed, be being ported across the various mediums. So if you see questions from someone else, it may come through me if it's, say, from Twitch coming over to YouTube. And yeah, if you've got any questions about how the Necromancer plays, or like anything you want to see particularly about it, just drop me a note and I shall do my best to accommodate you. Hopefully just one more of these. There we go. Right, back to the keep. Those are better. Yeah. We might be getting past 4 guilds stuff at this stage. Let's salvage up some bits. Yeah, alright. That's better than all guilds as well. Oh, goodbye, Cataclysm. You were very, very briefly useful.
The demons are in the keep. They're coming.
Excellent. Hello, RJ. You haven't really missed anything. I just finished raising the catapults. Now we're into the keep depths. Chat is still being duplicated. Still, sorry about that, but I think it's better to leave it on screen coming up twice rather than just off screen entirely. So we've got some new runes. We'll check those out in a moment. Just get my command skeletons to get that guy. And let's have a look at the runes. So, Blood Scythe. Heal 1% of your health per enemy hit. That's okay. Bone Spikes now has Blood Spikes. Enemies hit will bleed for 50% weapon damage over 2 seconds. And also heal me a bit. And yes, Wallerfried, my cat did find his way home. He was out all night. Came back with a raggedy claw. So we think maybe he was trapped in somewhere. But yeah, thanks for asking. Siphon Blood. Increases the amount of health restored to 6%. So yeah, that could be a way of sustaining yourself. Like in terms of damage, that does the most. Yeah, I like the choices you've got here. Fairly solid essence generation, potentially better essence generation in crowds, more damage. Yeah, it's a good options. Bone Spear now has Blood Spear as an option. 10% health cost, but does 650% weapon damage. You actually just automatically get 7 skeletons at any one time. Crazy. It's yeah, it's pretty solid. So that's where is that? That's command skeletons. Here we are. This one, which can't be assigned to that slot. I'll show you. Here we are. So yeah, the passive is a maximum of 7 skeletons. That might be able to be increased by items, but I haven't found anything that affects it yet. Army of the Dead has a new rune. Dead Storm. Costs 20% health. That's quite harsh. But it does surround you over 5 seconds. Interesting. Land of the Dead now has Shallow Graves, which can extend the duration if you kill enough people in it. Only by up to 2 seconds though. But then it does mean that all corpse skills can be used at will for 10 seconds. So that's pretty cool. Frailty has a new rune. Early Grave. Triggers at 18% life but costs 10% of yours. That is very, very costly. So I'm assuming that... Let's assume nothing. Let's actually test this. So... Frailty. Early Grave. Let's put that on there. Okay, it costs 10% of your life to actually cast it. Not when triggering. We'll go back over to our giant skeleton mage. What else do we have? Corpse Explosion has Final Embrace. Ooh, corpses pull themselves towards an enemy. But it now costs 2% life per corpse. That could kill you very quickly. I love the trade-off in options you've got here. In softcore, it's going to really allow you to push the limit quite a lot. In hardcore, I think these are terrible, terrible ideas. Devour, Cannibalize. Each corpse consumed also heals you. That might potentially be useful if you're going for a very high health cost system. Yeah, I could see that being potentially useful. Blood Rush now has Hemostasis. It removes the health cost. But the health cost is so piddlingly small anyway. I don't think that's worth taking. I think Potency is far better. Transfusion is a potential as well. Yeah, out of all of these, I would say Potency is probably the best. And Transfusion second best. Hemostasis. Molting. Yeah. And Metabolism doesn't seem worth it for the extra cost. And I think that's it for new runes. So, am I changing anything over? Oh, new passives. Serration. Bone Spike, Spear, and Spirit deal 1% increased damage for every 1.5 yards from you up to a maximum of 20%. That's pretty cool. So if you're lobbing spears from afar, that's definitely worthwhile. Yeah, I still like my passives at the moment. This is fine. Ah, that's good to know, Waterfreed. Very good to know. So I guess it's 10% of your current life then, rather than 10% of your maximum life. Where was I going? I was going this way. What am I doing? Getting distracted looking at new shiny things. That's what I'm doing. Need more essence. Give me your essence. No. Oh, it's always your max. Okay. So I guess it can drop you down to like 1 life and then something breathes near you and you die. Ah, it just won't let you cast it. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Kind of like a secondary resource like Hatred and Discipline, except it's your life and your essence.
Give it more time.
Get a big one of these guys. need more essence again. Having actually found a skill which costs essence, is you know, that I actually want to use, is interesting. It means I'm actually paying attention to my resource.
Give it more time.
What are you running after? Hey, more skeletons. Find the breach and the keep depths. Hey, more skeletons. I suppose I'll pick up the reusable parts. Yeah, it's interesting just relying on Curse Aside to curse things. And of course it's not a very great chance at the moment. I understand there are like legendary items which will a legendary item which will increase that to 100% chance. So I'm looking forward to finding that at some point. But I can see why people keep a curse on their bar at all times. I love corpse explosion so much. I really do. Yeah, still can't decide what my favourite essence generator is out of them. Maybe I'll switch over. Well, they haven't really taken out the poison stuff from the old one because you've got things like, where is it? Death Nova. Death Nova is kind of like the old Poison Nova. And if you get unstable compounds, you can slowly increase the radius of it. And that with some of the passive skills. Where is it? There is definitely one in here I saw somewhere. Rigor Mortis kind of has some similar abilities to the old poison skills. And yeah, we've got quite a long way to go before the season starts next. So take the opportunity to have a little play and get familiar with how the class works. Much like I'm doing. But yeah, no, it is very, very different still from the old Poison Nova builds in Diablo. Like, you can't just add more sources of poison and multiply the damage ad infinitum. At least not yet. There may be items which let you. Haven't really looked yet. Pretty much just playing with what I find as I find it. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep. It's so fun. It really is. Alright, level 56. What do we get at this level? Blood Lance from Corpse Lance. I do actually really like Corpse Lance. Bone Armor, thy flesh sustained. I have to read through all of these in a second. Right. So, Corpse Lance, Blood Lance. Spend 2% of your total health to launch an additional lance from yourself. Interesting. Like, out of these, I think Brittle Touch is still probably best. Bone armor, thy flesh sustained. Increases your life per second by 10% per target hit. Okay, so it costs you a little bit up front, but then your regen's going to be in overdrive. Should really get used to doing bone armor first, rather than running in and going, ha, sides! Love sides. Yeah, they really nailed like the look and feel and indeed the sound of the Necromancer. You're quite right. Like, it feels compared to the Witch Doctor, it feels like they've got the tone just right. Witch Doctor, slightly ooky spooky. Necromancer, this is serious business. Death is a serious business. Plus, they kind of made it all sciencey, which is awesome. Right, so I was thinking about trying Siphon for a little bit. So let's go over to Siphon. And we'll go for Purity of Essence, I think. Oh, no, let's go for Power Shift. So Swift Harvesting can come off and become Rigor Mortis, I think. Yes. And what else do I want to change up? I think that'll probably do for the moment. I just want to like experiment a little bit with other things. Alright, where am I going? That way, probably. Get essence back from barrels and things. It's good to know. Pick this up. Ah, the breach. I was virtually there earlier. So yeah, this is quite single target. And yeah, I think Wallafreed's right. I think it's the 20th of July. It's like 20/07 rather than 27. Delicious treasure goblin essence. Maybe I'll get that passive skill for extending the skeletal mage. There we go. Let's try this out. Take a little while to take effect. Then I need to find and get a skeletal mage. That's kind of noticeable in how long he lasts. Yeah, mage really does do stupid damage. Be nice if I could find some way to make him live forever. Like, even pulling him out without having a full essence bar is still kind of worth it in some cases. So maybe, yeah, okay. If like Corpse Explosion was switched, I'm actually going to do something I never thought I'd do. I'm switching Corpse Explosion over to Devour. Gosh, that seems so wrong. What else should I get? Devouring Aura? Yeah, alright. So this seems this seems really wrong. No more explosions. So what we're doing here is we're really ramping up how fast our essence can come back.
Give it more
And this feels quite cool, actually. Yeah, I know. It seems wrong, doesn't it? Like, explosions should be the crux of everything that I do. It's alright, this is only temporary. I just like trying new things. And I'm sure I will go back to explosions soon. Mostly I wanted to try something different for a boss fight. Hello, Gom. Yeah, that seems pretty effective. Wow, colour me surprised. Ooh, Wallerfree, that sounds amazing. I need to find that ring. Yes, definitely need that ring. I'm loving this mage, truth be told. I thought it would be all about the explosions, but actually this is really awesome. Right, what am I doing? I'm putting that on for certain. You can have my hand-me-down. These boots? No, no. You can have that. No, 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 no. Yes. And this is for you. Circle of Nilod's Evil. So, Love Julian? What? Because that's what it is backwards, like. Yeah. Yeah, why? What's that got to do with anything? I don't understand the naming of that. They must have had a competition or something. So, if anyone watching knows who Julian is and why they're named on a love ring, I'd be very curious to hear. Right, let's have a look at crafting up stuff. So we're currently using a 52 broken staff. We're 57 now, so there might be something better. No, no, no. Well, 57 only blade, possibly. That's better. Yeah, let's use that. Yeah, I suppose it could be a developer's crush. Possible. What else have I got? 53, that's fine. 46, that's also fine. 47. Yeah, nothing else is falling back too hard. That Citadel Lantern is a bit lacking. Let's switch that over. Just so when I compare, the primary one will be affected. I suppose I'll get rid of this broken staff now as well, actually. There we are. Hello to everyone who's just joining the live stream. It's great having you watching while I'm playing through. We're just getting to grips with the new Necromancer class and trying out a lot of the new skills as and when they become available. So far, I'm absolutely loving it. There's all sorts of different ways that you can play. Right now, I'm playing Mages and Essence Burn, as I'm calling it. Ah, I didn't realise that. That's some good trivia there, Wallerfried. If you are watching this live stream and you're enjoying it, please do give me a like.
The keep is secure.
Or subscribe to the channel. And if you do that, turn on notifications so you can be told when I'm going live next.
Rain death on our soldiers.
And yeah, if you're watching, if you've got any questions about the Necromancer, do feel free to put them in the chat. And I shall do my best to either answer them or see if I can demonstrate a mechanic in action. And I don't mean like a car mechanic, I mean gameplay, obviously. Be nice if somehow I could get this siphon to affect more than one person as well. I don't know if there's any items which have that. But yeah, it feels like just area damage is lacking a little in this build currently. That's about the only complaint I've got. I mean, other than that, everything seems to be working fantastically. Ooh, hello. What are you? You're nothing interesting, I don't think. Heart of Iron. Well, it's better than my current. Plus, loads of thorns damage is quite nice. Onto the bridge. For those watching, going to be streaming for about 10 minutes more, and then we shall be finishing up. It's about time I had some lunch. Although I will be back later this evening, of course. My usual Thursday night stream. I don't know what we're going to be playing yet. I'll see what I feel like a bit later. It might be Hand of Fate. It might be Kingdoms of Amalur. I keep meaning to go back to that. I haven't really given it a proper evening's worth of game yet. Or, as usual, there's a new patch out for PUBG. So who knows, it might be some more of that. Don't think it's going to be duos though. I believe my brother is busy. So if it does... Hand of Fate, okay. I shall consider Hand of Fate very strongly. Do really, really enjoy that game. Ah, thanks RJ. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Still going to be here for like 9 more minutes though. It's just giving people a little bit of a heads up. Alright, what do we have? That's slightly better for you. There you go. They're worse. Yeah, this feels like a nice, flexible, fairly well-rounded Necromancer build. Obviously it's lacking somewhat in the explosions, but you can't have everything. There's just not enough skills. Not enough skills slots. I mean, there's plenty of skills. Alright, 2 more ballistae to do. Here's one of them. That's good to know, Wallerbreed. I will definitely be checking out what the different sets do when I reach level 70. I mean, I've sort of already looked at the Inarius set, because that was kind of what I was assuming would be my love for the Necromancer. Like, close range, cursing, bone tornado. Hello there, Camo Jado. Please don't just spam Y in my chat. Oh, don't make me come and moderate you. Oh. Yeah, sorry dude. Banned. And that's just not cool. Right, where was I? So yeah, plenty of essence generation, plenty of mages. I'm looking forward to getting that ring that Wallerbreed mentioned to give the mages a longer lifespan. Hello, Tyrael. Oh, Treasure Goblin. Well, fine. Let's do Private James as the last little bit. There doesn't appear to be a minimum amount of essence that you need. Well, there is a tiny minimum amount of essence that you need to summon up these mages, but it's hardly anything. Which is good, because it means that you can just like keep holding down Siphon or whatever and spitting out more and more of them. Enter of man flesh. Yeah, I should have used your spyglass. So yeah, given that I'm finishing in a couple of minutes, I don't think I'm going to get up to the next... Oh god, someone else. Ban. Wow, this person is very determined. Well, I'm kind of in active moderation duty now, so... yeah, anyway, given that I'm finishing in a couple of minutes, I don't think it's really going to get very far through the Rakis crossing. So let's head back to town quickly. We'll go through the last few items that we picked up, see if there's anything worthwhile, and salvage things up. Awesome. Just sell these few remaining things. Brilliant. Right, yeah, so that's going to be the end of this stream for the moment. Thank you ever so much for watching, everyone. It's been really good having you along, despite the slight interruptions from people trying to spam it. Oh, well, what can you do, eh? Yeah, so I'll be streaming more again this evening. Don't know what we're going to be playing yet, as I said earlier, but do drop by and join in. This has been really fun, and I shall see you later.